we have to learn to observe people before we lean all the way in and make people earn our trust. People have to earn their place in your life. And when you do not allow time to truly get to know somebody and make them earn their place in your life, you end up getting hurt. You end up having expectations from people when you don't even truly know their capacity and what they're able to offer you in a friendship or a relationship. And a lot of times when we're disappointed, it's because we had certain expectations of other people, but we weren't paying attention to all the red flags and the signs. No matter what a person says, their actions tend to show you a lot about what they're capable of and what they can contribute to a friendship or a relationship. Even when you're looking for mentors and guides and people to help you better yourself, it's good to sit back and learn about a person, listen to a little bit of their story, figure out who they are, and see if that person fits well with what you want out of this scenario. There's a lot of people coaching things, but some people have a hard time being able to determine and decipher who's good for them, what a person could teach them. And I mean, it's pretty, for me, it's pretty easy. I've mentored a lot of people on a personal level, but I've also mentored people on a professional level. And me mentoring people, I've always chosen to mentor women. My calling is helping women. I don't, I'm not a man. I cannot tell you uh, what it is to be a man. I can only tell you what I've observed about men and male behavior, because I have spent some time growing up around a lot of men, both in my family and just in the neighborhood I was around. But again, my calling is toward women, to help us realize through the things we've gone through, because a lot of women, a lot of people have experienced trauma in their life. And a lot of times the things that we've experienced that we're so quick to say are traumas or are traumatic, we can get stuck there, or you can choose to take a look at the experiences that you've had in your life and determine, well, how can I use these things? I've gathered some unique tools and some unique experience that are truly just for me, that I could benefit off of in my life, or better yet, I can choose to use those experiences to share with and teach and guide other people. A lot of people tend to trauma bond with people who have similar stories, instead of looking at what they could learn from those situations and using those to fine tune who they are and sharpen their character and use those things to level themselves up. So what I want to kind of focus on here is, when you don't truly know people, you don't know their motives. And in order to hone in on a person's motives, it's best to be aware of the energy. You know, you've ever been around somebody where the energy just was not good, and but you were interested in what was being said, but the energy was not a good match for you. In that scenario, I'm going to tell you what I would do. And what I would do is, when the energy isn't good, I step back and I come back later. If I come back later and I'm still getting the same read from a person's energy, I'm still not, I hear what they're saying, but I'm not, the rapport isn't there, the energy isn't right, I just step away. Because a lot of times we're not reading the room. We're not looking at a person's energy. We're not looking at their motives. We're not looking at what they do. We're listening to what people say. And there's a reason we got two ears and one mouth. We need to be observing a lot more than we're speaking. And we need to be observing a little bit longer before we take action. And, you know, in the age of social media, it's easy to just follow people and not really consider who this person really is. For me, I've noticed a few things. If I never can see your face to get a connection with your eyes on a video or in person, I need to be able to see your eyes. I'm intuitive. I read into things and people, and when I can't see a person's eyes, I'm forced to look at the energy that I'm getting when I'm talking to you. And if that vibe ain't right, if your words switch up based on who you're in front of or who you're presenting, that means you're not secure in who you are, and you're shifting to try to meet or be something so you can gain the attention of someone for a particular reason. And to me, that shows me that you're not an authentic person. For me, I can pick that up right away. It's very easy. Like I said, I'm an intuitive, I'm an empath. I pick up on a lot of things. And when I get those little inklings, I read them and I go by them. So in closing, just pay more attention. Don't be so gullible. It is of supreme importance that you really pay attention to who people are and what they're saying, and if their actions match up and align with the words they have said. If they do not, then that is not a person that you should be using as a mentor. It is not a person that you should be using as a leader in any organization or movements. And the biggest part is we really should be the leader in our own lives. So if you're looking for a mentor or you're looking for someone to help guide you on that, you pick that person based on, do they actually do the things they say? And that takes time to determine. And the main thing is you're looking for help to guide you in being the best leader for your life. You're the person that's going to determine where you want to go from the point you are in your life. And you need to pick a mentor, and sometimes you can self-mentor. You don't always need someone else. Or you can go on YouTube, TikTok, anywhere to get tips and books to read and, basic outline of a program. You really can do it yourself. But if you really need more hands-on, be mindful of who you are choosing. It doesn't matter if that person says that they're a spiritualist and all of those things. Sometimes people get deep into things and are not really astute on what they're learning. They're not grounded. They haven't done their shadow work. They haven't done their work. So if a person hasn't done their work, how is it that they're supposed to guide you on something? And in order for you to determine that, you can't look at what they say. You need to sit back and observe and interact and learn based on what they do. Do their words and their actions line up, So that's all I wanted to share right now. Enjoy the rest of your day.